Hi Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading for the week of May 26th through June 1st. Let's go ahead and start out the reading with an angel number card. What do your angels want you to know? We'll take a couple of them. We have 732, shift reality. It's time for change. It's time for you to make an important shift. And remember that luck is a mindset. We create our own luck. Now, a lot of times we do get lucky and we have to put no effort into something and luck just happens to us. But I'm someone who really believes that we can change our luck and we can make better energy come our way. And it all starts with our mindset. Remember that as you're going through your week. Let's take one more card for you guys, just a random one. Okay, 8:30, start small. How you begin matters. The important thing is that you begin, period. It doesn't have to be by leaps and bounds. It can be important just taking one small step, maybe just one every single day to help you reach your goals or start towards a goal. But the only way you're going to get there is by putting one foot in front of the other. So start today just by making a small steps. Do something positive towards reaching your goal. Okay, let's go ahead. I've already given the cards a pretty good shuffle for you guys. Let me shuffle them up again. I want y'all, if you are new to my channel, I'd love for you to decide to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up too, please. And also remember to check out your your moon and your rising sun. Now, if you are new, I pull daily cards twice. I pull a card for the morning and a card for the evening, so you can check that out as well. Okay, we've shuffled the cards a little bit more. Let's see what y'all have. In the past, what you've been dealing with. We have the 7 of Swords, the Death card, and the 6 of Wands reversed. What you're currently dealing with, your current energies. We have the 9 of Wands reversed, 6 of Swords reversed, and the Moon. What's coming for you? Justice reversed, the 10 of Swords reversed, and the Emperor reversed. Y'all have a lot of reversals, I'll say. That's kind of different. And what your angels and guides want you to know, the Knight of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands, the 11-11 card. I love it that your reading is ending on such a positive note because it always concerns me when I see so many reversals in a reading. And trust me, Gemini, every card but one was reversed, so that was kind of weird. But let's see what your theme for the week is, guys. You have conclusions are within reach. So one cycle is going to end and another cycle is going to begin. Endings and beginnings. You also have nothing will come of this situation. So are you dealing with something scary, something that's been stressing you out? It might be one of the reasons why there are so many reversals on the table is that you're coming to your week with an energy of fear. And maybe you've been dealing with something heavy and it's time to put that down. You're not going to have to worry about it. I do feel like positive energy is going to be around you. Okay, for what you've been dealing with already, this 7 of Swords. This is the card of betrayal, and a lot of times it shows up when a friend or a lover has done us wrong. It can also show up in a reading when we have done other people wrong. So where do you fall in that category, Taurus? But this card, I like it in a way that it reveals truth to us when we are learning who's on our side and who's against us. Let's get a clarifier for all of these cards. Let me shuffle cards really good here. And cut the deck. Okay, for our 7 of Swords, we have the 10 of Cups, one of the happiest cards in the deck, one of my favorites actually. This could be affecting your home life, this betrayal. This is a general reading, so it could go either way. It could be that maybe this betrayal is something that you've been dealing with. You're trying to bounce back from that. You're trying to create a happier home life, and maybe you've been struggling with doing that. Or maybe you have been thinking about a betrayal, thinking about committing one yourself. And I really caution you guys against doing anything that's going to rock the boat for your household, because you do have a lot of reversals here. And remember, you're always creating karma for yourself. You don't want to create that kind of karma. Now we have the Death card, which is Scorpio energy. So if you have a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising around you, this could be confirmation for you. But change is on the way. And we do have that conclusions are within reach. I feel like this card is confirming that for you guys, that there's an ending coming into your world or into your realm. So what area of your life is that ending happening in? With this 10 of Cups, I really hope that it doesn't have anything to do with the betrayal that you've been dealing with, an ending for your home life. Or it could just be the ending, you know, let's think about it in a positive way. It could be the ending of the energy of that betrayal. You're trying to look ahead, Taurus, and you're trying to draw positive energy to you. Let's get a clarifier for the change card. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. You are trying to attract an opportunity to you as well. And this Death card, I like this combination together because I do feel like you are looking for an opportunity to either correct your karma or look for a better situation around your relationships. And that's always a good thing. I feel like you're searching for answers and you're trying to make good energy come your way. Now, I really feel like a lot of this has got to do with your home life because we've got this Six of Wands reversed, and that means that we are struggling in an area where we're not feeling happiness and victory in our lives. And with this Seven of Swords, it kind of makes sense that this card would fall into that category of what you've been dealing with. Let's get a clarifier for it, how you can turn this energy around. And that's with the Queen of Wands. This is Aries energy when I read. And this is about you focusing on yourself and focusing on what you can bring to the situation to make it better. Let's see. Let's look at your romance cards, guys. Now, I will say this top card jumped when I was shuffling. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And that's definitely, I feel like, what you're trying to do here, Taurus. You are really trying to make the necessary change to bring happiness and positive energy back into your world. And that's always a good thing. It is safe for you to love. When you're experiencing the betrayal card that the Seven of Swords can bring, when we've been hurt and wronged, it really rocks our world and we don't feel safe and we don't feel like we're in a good space to experience love. But your angels and guides want you to know that it is safe for you to go ahead and try to step back into this positive energy and correct whatever right has been wrong, whether it's been you or someone around you that has done it. It's time for you to feel safe in your space and start working on rebuilding the relationship. And I want you to remember that I said that rebuilding, because I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the future one. You have this Ten of Swords reversed, and that is the card of rebuilding. When we've hit that rock bottom, when this card shows up, that's the kind of the tower moment, the disruption, the rock bottom. But when we have it reversed, we're rebuilding. And I feel like that's the energy that you are to work on this week, Taurus. So that's good. Now, what you're dealing with presently, you have the Wounded Warrior reversed, the Nine of Wands. I feel like you are feeling like it's time, you got to give up. Like you're finding it difficult to dig deep and find that happy, positive energy, or that light at the end of the tunnel, and be optimistic. And you really need to dig deep this week, Taurus. You're bouncing back from heartache, from someone who has done you wrong. And when that happens, that really rocks our world. It's okay for you to feel upset about that for a minute, but you can't live there. Let's get a clarifier. We have the Death card again. Okay, you have the Death card right next to each other here. Okay, change. You are being called to change. And I feel like now, with it clarifying this Nine of Wands, Instead of throwing in the towel, you need to dig deeper and keep showing up for yourself, for your family, for your household, for the relationship, because there's still something worth fighting for here. I feel like a lot of you are being stuck. It's time, you feel like you don't know how to move forward possibly. Start having conversations with the person that you betrayed or that betrayed you. That's a great starting point. I do feel like there is something worth saving here, and it's important for you to do that. How do you move forward? What do you need to do? You've got to make the decision. The Two of Swords is telling you it's time to step up to the plate. Decide. Are you going to throw in the towel or are you going to make it work? It's only you can make that decision. Without knowing and doing a personal reading for you, I can't decide. I can't tell you one way or another. Remember, this is a general reading, but it's decision time. When this card shows up, you've got to make the choice. And I always caution people, remember, sometimes in life, happiness is a choice. Sometimes it comes to us freely and it's just easy. Life is full of ease and pleasure and love. But sometimes we have to make that decision to find our happiness and live in that space of happiness and start working on cultivating happiness in our life. And I feel like that's where you need to get, Taurus. Now you have the Moon card. This is Pisces energy. And remember, the Moon card is about fears, fantasies, and illusions. And I feel like maybe you've been living in this space a little bit too long. It's time to face reality. And it's time for you to figure out what you need to do, moving forward to cultivate the happiness that you need and to also live in reality. And that when we live in reality, we are dealing with the situation. You're dealing with the situation of this betrayal. In order to heal from it, you have to acknowledge that it really happened. It's real and it's got to be dealt with. Truth is going to be revealed to you. It might be in this reading. It might just be hearing these words that I'm trying to tell you, but there's going to be light illuminated from this moon. So what's your clarifier for it? The Hierophant. It might take some counseling in order for you to move past this. You've got to decide if the relationship or if the situation is worth moving forward or if you want to check it. But in order to do that, you're going to have to think outside the box. You're going to have to start talking and having real conversations, either with the person that betrayed you or go to a trusted friend or a professional. There's no shame in that. And get the counseling that you deserve to help you with the building blocks in moving forward. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So what you've got, as we're moving into the next category of the reading, what's coming at you, let's take a look at some affirmations for you, for your money, for developing prosperity and wealth and abundance. You have, I choose. Okay, I choose to focus on the positive aspects of my life and find opportunities for growth, even in difficult times. And remember that I told you that happiness is sometimes a choice and we have to make that choice to be happy. You have to choose it. Remember, you have the Two of Swords here saying it's decision time. You have the Ten of Cups, happiness. It's time for you to choose happiness and figure out what does that look like for you. But it's also time for you to make good choices where your growth is concerned and where your money is concerned. You also have, I am a magnet of abundance in the form of money, health, and happiness. You attract what you put out there. Be that magnet that attracts happiness and abundance and wealth to you. It's not just about money, Taurus. This is also about the situation that you've been dealing with this betrayal with the Seven of Swords. Okay, what's coming at you? Justice reversed. When I saw this card in the layout, you know, this is a card of karma, and what we put out comes back to us. And when I saw it with your reading beginning with this Seven of Swords, that's what made me think that some of you might be the one who put the betrayal out there to begin with. You're dealing with the unhappiness of that now, if this is you, and if this rings true for you, that you are the one who did the betrayal. So it's time for you to right some wrongs. But it's also time to answer for it. Let's get a clarifier for this. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. This is the card of walking away from what no longer serves us. And with this Justice card, this could be you walking away from doing the things that are destroying your own happiness. It's up to you to create that happiness and make your life happy. You have to walk away from the betrayal that if you were the one that caused it, it's time for you to answer for it, walk away from it, and start doing right and doing better. This can also be decision time. Is it time for you to walk away from the pain that this betrayal has caused you? What does that mean for you? Does it mean chucking the relationship, or does it mean working on it? Only you can answer that. All right, here's our rebuild card, and we already talked about this. This is you bouncing back from the pain of whatever the situation is. It's the rock bottom card, and it's the recovery card, and it's about rebuilding after we've had that rock bottom moment. Now, I'm not going to, whenever this card shows up, I always want to refer to addiction because, well, number one, addiction is my family disease, so that always hits home for me. And it could be time that is for you to look at the patterns in your life and the habits. Could you possibly be dealing with an addictive situation here? Is there something that you need to get professional help with? Because, remember, we talked about talking to someone, talking to a professional, getting professional help, which could absolutely mean rehab for some of you. That could be part of the rebuilding process. And there's no shame in that. Absolutely do it. Your life can look so much different in 30 days, just doing a stint in rehab. But it's decision time. And I'm just putting that out there. I know not everyone watching this is dealing with addiction, but maybe one of you is, and it might be time for you to hear this message. So that's why I feel like it's always important to share that. Let's get a clarifier for the Ten of Swords. There's an inner struggle going on, and it might be hard for you to accept that it's time to move away from a certain habit or a certain addiction that's really ruining your life right now. Could be causing, the Seven of Swords energy that's in your life, but it's time for you to talk to somebody about it so that you can sort through the struggle that you're feeling with this Five of Wands, this inner struggle, the turmoil and the chaos that this situation has been causing you. Okay, we have the Emperor reversed. I feel like a lot of times when this card shows up reversed, it's about manipulation and control and someone who's being overbearing. But I feel like right now it's also, and with this energy coming at you, it's time for you to also take control. When you have this Ten of Swords reversed, where you're rebuilding, it might be time for you to get into the driver's seat and take control of your life. If you've been letting somebody else do it, if you have been letting the turmoil from whatever that Seven of Swords moment was, if you've been letting it ruin you and ruin your life, it's time for you to get softer about how you're dealing with yourself, but also be stronger in taking control. Okay, this is Aries energy as well. Let's get a clarifier for it. Listen to your intuition. It's time for you to go within and figure out for yourself what you need to do and how you need to handle it. But you already know the answer, Taurus. You don't have to dig too deep. You just have to start learning to trust yourself and to trust your intuition to guide you through this situation. Okay, what your angels and guides want you to know. Remember, you're starting small. You're taking one step every day, and that's really important in the rebuild process for you to do. Just start. Just start putting yourself and your family and your household first and doing what you know is right in order to get on the road to recovery. And also keep in mind, luck is a mindset. Our attitude about our life and about where we're going in life is so, so important. Attitude is everything. It can turn a horrible situation around. It can set you free from the difficulties, from the pain and the sorrow. And remember, I said that because you have a card showing up here that deals with your heartache. Your angels and guides want you to know that it's time to move forward in life. It's time for you to choose recovery from the betrayal, from any addiction that's holding you back, from any mindset that you feel like has been limiting you. It's time for you to get off the couch and start living your life. Let's get a clarifier. Temperance. Okay, it's really important to note here, both of these cards are Sagittarius energy for me when I read. So think of Sagittarius, how they're adventurous, they are action seekers, they know how to take action. And I feel like that is where we're at for you the week of May 26th, is you already know that a change needs to be made. Now is action time. It's time for you to step out of, get off the couch and step into the driver's seat and take control of your life. But you got to take action to do that. Now here we have the Three of Swords, the card of heartache and just being, I feel like there's a lot of heavy energy in your reading, Taurus. And I feel like if this reading resonates with you, you've been dealing with so much. And it's time for you to heal. It's time for you to heal this heartache, for not just for you, but for the people around you that you love and care about. Okay, let's get a clarifier for that Three of Swords. You're holding yourself back here. Only you can heal this. You can't look to other people to be the healer. You can't look for your happiness to be found in possibly the betrayer. You have to be the one to cultivate your own happiness and to start your healing journey. That's where your happiness is going to begin. I love that we are ending your reading with the 1111 card, the card of foundation and happiness and moving towards the finish line. Remember, conclusions are within reach. You see in this card how these people look like they're getting ready to cross the finish line. That's the conclusion that you're searching for right now, Taurus. You've been through hell and back, and it's time for you to celebrate your strength, celebrate the people who have stuck by you, and maybe even the people that want to right the wrongs that have been done. It's time for you to understand that there is happiness available to you, Taurus. Let's get a clarifier for that. But make a wish right now. 1111, when we see that number, it's telling us to make a wish. And I feel like that's what the universe wants you to put out there. Put that wish out into the universe and see what happens this week. Your clarifier, the Magician. This is a very empowering way to end your reading, Taurus, and I'm so happy for you with it. When the Magician shows up, it's all about our confidence, our self-esteem, and knowing that we can conquer anything that we set our minds and our hearts to. You can get through this, Taurus, and you're going to come out the other side experiencing the joy that the Ten of Cups has for you. But you've got to do the healing work, and you've got to get started by putting one foot forward and making those small steps. Like I said, you have the counselor card on the table. If you need to get some counseling, please do it this week. Find someone that you trust, that you can talk to, and begin your journey of fixing your heartache. All right, I'm sending you joy, love, health, and wealth, Taurus. If you stuck through this far, please give the video a thumbs up. I hope you'll decide to join my community if you have not already. And I will see you back here for another reading. Bye-bye.